Hello everyone and welcome back to our course. In this lecture, we're going to learn how we can perform more data analysis and how we can find the most popular parts of speech. All right, so let's make another code cell and we are going to grab our data frame grouped, which is that data frame that we created in the previous lecture where we just grouped all the lematizations. And we are going to grab here the lemmatized column, the part of speech column, and the counts column, and that is going to give us data frame grouped at only these three columns. And then I'm going to just override data frame grouped to equal this new table. So this time, or this new data frame. So we'll only have 3 columns this time. And I'm going to go for every type, or type is a reserved word though. So let's say for every part of speech type in my part of speech types. So part of speech types, this is what I created earlier, part of speech types, and I just want to make sure I grab part of speech types keys, okay? So just make sure that you call this part of speech types keys because that's what we called it earlier. So this returns for me only the keys of the different part of speech types. And I'm going to loop through for every instance of that. Then I'm going to grab my data frame grouped, and I'm going to grab at the data frame grouped at the column part of speech. I am going to find where it equals the part of speech type. So I'm looking for all of the rows that match that part of speech type. And we'll do that for every single part of speech type. And we're going to save that as our new data frame, but data frame part of speech. So we're going to have a new data frame for every single part of speech type, and it will contain only the words that are of that part of speech type. Then we can print out here the data frame part of speech dot to string. So we will print out a grouping of all of our parts of speech. Right, so let me run this code cell here. Oh, just make sure, let's see, it looks like we missed something. Lemmatized, not in index. We just have to make sure that we have lemmatized. Oh, lemmatization, that's what it was called, not lemmatized. So remember, you have to make sure that you're accessing columns that have the exact names as in your data frame. And look at this, now we have a new data frame per lemmatization. So first we have a or per part of speech, I should say. We have a new data frame per part of speech. First we have a data frame only of nouns. Then we have a data frame only of adjectives. Then we have a data frame only of verbs. Then we have a data frame only of adverbs. And those were the 4 parts of speech that we allowed. And look at that. We now have that data frame for every single part of speech with these 3 columns that we specified. And that is how we can find the different data frames of parts of speech. All right, congratulations everyone. You now know how to group your data frames in even more nuanced ways. Next up, we're going to learn how we can build a plot out of our words. So we're going to learn how we can visualize some data analysis.